Okay, folks, good morning and welcome to Swing Trading Today. I apologize for not doing this live, but my voice is completely shot. So I'm going to whip through this really quick. I want to talk about a couple of headlines. We'll talk about the pre-market futures action, economic data coming out today, and of course, some chart requests from members. So we have a note here on Zero Hedge. Here come trillions more. Biden will unveil next phase of COVID response on Thursday. So this is really just the next phase in MMT, modern monetary theory. They're using COVID as the excuse, but basically doling out paychecks to the public, and that's to get them hooked on the government dole and ideally locking in their vote. So I can't imagine what this is going to do to the US dollar. I can't imagine what it's going to do to the psyche of this generation and the next. But this is what we're dealing with. So more to come with the next phase of spending. Today, in terms of economic data coming out, we have initial jobless claims. My heart goes out to these people every single Thursday. I'm sure yours does too. They're expecting 725,000 new initial jobless claims this past week. As a reminder, the CPI came out hot yesterday at spot 0.04%, on par with what was expected. The core CPI, 0.1%. And tomorrow, being Friday, we have the producer price index coming out with an expectation of 0.5% on the producer level. So the next couple of days, we have economic data that can shake the market, and in particular, the bond market. And before we get into the pre-market futures, I want to remind everyone that tonight we are going to be going live 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday evening on YouTube. Use that link below, any one of those links below, to get notified 15 minutes to a half hour prior to us going live. One of those links is my 5-part video tutorial on my 5 top favorite candlestick patterns. Take advantage of that free, and you will, of course, get notified. If you're already subscribed to my 5-part video tutorial, simply use the link above that for notification purposes. And also, we'll be using today and tonight our partners over at TrendSpider. This is the new state-of-the-art trading software. Automate your grunt work, speed up your technical analysis, and improve your accuracy. Time your trades with precision by using the trade alerts, which I use all the time, find winning chart setups with their scanners, and reduced costly analytical mistakes by not relying upon social influence or biases, fear of missing out, or other costly mistakes that can result in some costly mistakes. So TrendSpider, take advantage of it. Use the link below. Now, they're having a 30% discount off of their prices due to their 3-year anniversary. Folks, use my discount code below and get a 35% discount with TrendSpider. My price is the lowest on the web. It's simply because I know them so well. I've been doing business for over 3 years now. So great guys, take advantage of TrendSpider, and let's get to the pre-market futures. All right, we're beginning with the Russell 2000, and we have had a heck of a run since last Friday. We're approaching a week of just a pure straight shot up higher. We have broken above this upper band of resistance in green, which is proven to be difficult to break out and above, but we've done it. And now we are flirting with resistance here in red. Do we break out or do we break down? Not quite sure. The market will tell us. I think it ultimately depends upon is the bond market, which you could see down here in lower left, is coming off a little bit. This is only a 15-minute chart. The reason why we're staging this big of a rally in equities is because the 10-year bond auction went off pretty smoothly yesterday. I view it a different way in that we traded at 1.5%, a little bit more than that, on the 10-year. That tells me that debt is being repriced and being repriced fairly high. And as I mentioned to members last night on Market Wrap, you go back to 2018, the 10-year yield hit 2% and the economy and stocks began to buckle. And that included value as well, which has been dragging the market up higher of late. Now, back in 2018, we didn't have anywhere near as much debt as we do right now. So what's that sweet spot at which this market now begins to break? Is it 2%? Is it 1.9? Is it 1.7? Who knows? We have so much voodoo economics out there. It's ridiculous. So I think that we're flirting with disaster. I'm not alone in that opinion. Jeff Gundlach is of that opinion. Granted, you have the David Teppers of the world who's saying that stocks are going higher. So there are varying opinions out there. So we'll see. The market's going to tell us. The Dow Jones, which has been on a tear, not as high as the Russell 2000. I think that we could head up to this upper band of resistance at around 32,006 or 700. So we have more upside to go here on the Dow, especially with the way that energy and the financials closed yesterday. Very strong. The NASDAQ 100, they broke out. This is a 4-hour chart. They broke out above resistance overnight. Now, the question is, do they hold these gains? Does the bond market play ball? Meaning, here's a 10-year yield. Or I should say the note. The 10-year Treasury note is strong, meaning yields are weak. However, how long does that last for? Do we see a resumption of the uptrend in yields? Have we seen a couple of days of a pause, one that refreshes, and now will we see a move higher on the 10-year yield? Keep in mind that while it's great that we've broken out on the 10-year bond price, the last low was a lower low from the prior, and we have yet to break out to a new higher high. And it may happen. Maybe we're going to break out. I'm not trying to, pardon the pun, poo-poo this rally, but I want to put things into perspective. So the best that can be said for the 10-year note at current is that it's looking constructive. Now, moving on to the S&P 500, it is up over a half percentage point. We have broken out above resistance. I think this is kind of outdated. Let's get rid of this. This is better. Okay, so what we're looking at here, this is actually the mid-cap, for S&P mid-caps. What we're looking at here is a rising triangle or wedge formation. Call it what you will. It's a rising formation with more upside potential. Moving on to now the S&P 500. I clicked on the wrong button. We are up 0.82%. Very strong morning. We are clearing resistance levels. Very healthy move higher here. Very strong, driven by tech, driven by financials and energy. So across the board, a widening out of participation here. Looking at gold, a strong morning, firmly above 1,700 the ounce. Looking at the dollar, which I skipped over, the dollar is very, very weak. And given the anticipated announcement of more spending, I can only assume that the dollar is going to head lower from here, which is great for our silver and gold trades, miners anyway. But if yields pick up, beware of everything, with the exception of the value stocks. Silver, it recaptured support, now retesting. So a healthy setup here. Let's move on to chart requests. I only have one to go over. And this is for Larry, Edison International. Monthly chart first. We appear to be putting in a higher low, monthly time frame. Here's your triangle formation. We bounced off of the lower band recently this month. Weekly chart. We have a little bit of resistance above. Not a little bit, considerable resistance above. Which we're above at current. But we do have more here. At 59.80. This is looking promising. I like the monthly chart. I like the weekly chart. Daily chart looking very, very good. We broke out yesterday. These rising moving averages are looking good. They should act as a rising floor for the shares. I like it. I think that this is a trade where one could start building a position. If you're looking for a stop, use the lows of the 9th to stop out of. And you could build as we capture lost ground from the prior sell-off. And there you have it. If we recapture this support level up here at around $59 per share, let's validate that. 59.75, around that neighborhood. That would be an interesting level at which to add more. But right now, this looks good. This is looking very good on a weekly time frame and on a daily time frame and on a monthly time frame. I like its setup here. So good looking stock. And with that, folks, everybody have a profitable trading day. Don't forget to join us tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on YouTube. Click that bell button or enter your email address in one of the links below, and we'll see you there. Be well.